lot of people that don't play Druid, obviously, don't really know how Druid healing works. And so when you're in the middle of a raid, you're not getting heals, you're wondering, oh my gosh, is this Druid bad, etc., etc. And I thought I'd just, do a quick primer on how Druid healing works so that you know where you need to be to get heals if you want to get healed. So as you can see, I'm currently a Druid, and I've got my pet set on passive. I have my friendly helper Abiel, who is jumping up and down, and we're going to demonstrate how Druid healing works. There are basically three components, sometimes four components to how Druid healing works. Number one, you have glyphs. Okay, so these are glyphs. You see them here on my bar. I have glyph of rejuvenation on my heal, glyph of empowerment, which increases outgoing damage of nearby allies, and you're probably looking at that and you're thinking, that's not a heal, that's a buff. Just hold on one second. And then I also have Sun Spirit and Frost Spirit and my elite glyph of Unity. So glyphs are actually heals, and this is how, besides my number 6, this is how they heal. So when I drop a glyph, I have a trait that actually spawns a seed like that, and when that seed explodes like that, that's when the healing happens. Okay, so obviously when I use a glyph to heal, it drops right on me. So already you can get the sense that if you want some healing, at least from my glyphs, number one place to be is to stack on me. And this trend continues. So, when I'm healing just without using my Celestial Avatar, which is actually where a lot of the big heals are, you'll see lots of seeds like this, and all the healing is popping. Now, I just used Glyph of Unity, and it's tethered onto my friend Abiel, and so that was my mistake. Now, obviously, the Druid Staff also has some heals as well. So run over these skills really quick. I have an attack called Solar Beam. I have Astral Wisp. I have Ancestral Grace, which is amazing. It's an amazing movement skill, but it also heals. I have Vine Surge, which immobilizes, so I'll just do that. I'm sorry, Abiel, I'm immobilizing you. And then I have something called Sublime Conversion, which is really, really cool. And in fact, if Abiel could equip the Scepter, maybe I can demonstrate it a little bit later. But let's go over the staff skills. So Druid healing is not like other games where you can click on a party member and just straight up heal them. Okay, so you see right now I have Abiel targeted, and I'm going to use my Solar Beam, and you'll see the reason why it's not going to work. It says you must have an enemy targeted to use that skill. So this really sucks as a healer, because I cannot just pick, hey, I'm going to heal you, and hit my 1 button. So what I have to do actually is Abiel is going to helpfully damage herself, and I actually have to, I'll move. I just have to, if you look at her health, now notice I have an enemy targeted, and I'm going to hit my Solar Beam. So here we go. Look at that. So I'm damaging the enemy, and I'm healing my friend in the process. Okay, so to get healing from Solar Beam, number one, look, it's pathetic damage. I mean, it's pathetic healing. It's about the same as a regeneration tick, right? About 143 given the current stats that I have. And it's not really a lot of healing. And not only that, it's kind of clunky to use, right? I have to target an enemy, and I have to make sure, or you have to make sure, that you're in between me and the enemy, right? So if you're a tank and you're on the other side of the Druid, good luck. But don't worry, we have some tools to handle that. So that's our Solar Beam skill. Likewise, our Astral Wisp is similar. I cannot just pick somebody and target it. So here, I'm trying to hit number 2, and it says you must have an enemy targeted. So what does Astral Wisp do? Astral Wisp does this. It sends a wisp that orbits the enemy. So you'll see currently there's a wisp orbiting the enemy, and I'll turn off my staff, and you'll see as Abiel attacks her her ult. Oops, sorry, I canceled my cast instead of. Okay, so here we go. Astral Wisp. Boom. Okay, so as Abiel is attacking her ult, you'll see that every time the wisp orbits through my friendly, it heals them for a little bit more. So this one's actually one of the main ways that we can heal the tank, right? It's super good, it's nice, and I'm going to heal her with a seed, and boom, empowered, and bam, seed healing. So you see, the seed healing from my glyphs is a little delayed. Whoops, sorry. I shouldn't have auto attack on. Yeah, why are you attacking? That's stupid. So, anyway. And so those are the first 2 skills. As you can imagine, as a Druid, sometimes when somebody needs heals, it is very, very difficult to heal them because of the way these 2 skills work. But they're your bread and butter, and you have to use them on cooldown. So that's kind of a little bit of a how-to about how to heal on using the staff on the first 2 skills. Now let's go over number 3. Number 3 is an amazing movement skill. So obviously, if you read the skill, it says, become a wisp of neutral energy traversing to a target location. When you reach the location, heal nearby allies. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Kaboom! Boom! 3k, what was that, like 3.4k health? So it's not too bad, actually. And you can actually increase the effectiveness of Ancestral Grace using your Sublime Conversion. Because Sublime Conversion is a combo field water, and wouldn't you know, Ancestral Grace is a blast. So check this out. Kaboom, boom. So not only am I healing with Ancestral Grace, I'm also blasting a heal on the water field. Okay, so that's one of the key combos of Druid healing as well. Now you'll notice on my staff, I'll point this out now because I resisted the urge to swap my weapons. I'm running a double staff Druid build that's essentially meta healer carry build right now. You'll notice I have Sigil of Transference and Sigil of Renewal, which heals nearby allies on weapon swap. And I'm running a mirror staff in my offset as well. Unlike the two-hander builds of like Thief, Dagger, Dagger for Condi, I actually have to craft 2 staffs. I can't just cheese it and put one in the main hand on the first set and one in the offhand on the other set. So what are you going to do? I mean, but if you're playing Druid, you're all in anyway, right? So that's how this heal works. You know, just run. So usually the combo that I do is I do the water field, Ancestral Grace, and then swap weapons as well for the heal. Okay. Now you have to keep in mind that when you swap weapons, you trigger your quick draw. Quick draw is a key buff that you want to make sure you're maintaining on yourself. So obviously I don't have quick draw right now, but actually I will in a second here. You'll notice so far I've only really talked about my staff skills. And obviously that's not all that the Druid can heal with. One of the major things that they introduced with the specialization was Celestial Avatar, which is our 5th profession skill, which you see right here. So as you can see, I've actually charged enough Astral Force to use my Celestial Avatar. What charges what charges Astral Force? Any damage that you do, though it's less than any healing you do. So whenever you heal an enemy, or pardon me, whenever you heal an ally with your glyphs, with your staff, it builds Astral Force for you to get into Celestial Avatar. Now Celestial Avatar is it's kind of like think about it like a timed transform. So as soon as you flip into Celestial Avatar, your Astral Force starts ticking away, and as soon as you have no more Astral Force left, you revert back to your regular plain old Druid. Okay. Now Celestial Avatar is a really powerful healing form. I may have to do this a couple of times. I'm not going to be able to get in all of the skills. So what I'm going to focus in on first is our number 3 and our number 4 skill in Astral Force, or Celestial Avatar. Sorry. So here we go. One tip for you as a Druid healer, and it's a good thing to know if you're not playing a Druid healer as well, is Quick Draw actually works when you swap into Celestial Avatar. Okay, so the key healing combo, when you need the burst of healing, like I do now, for example, Babiel is like 10% health, and I'm like, oh crap, in the middle of an encounter, I need to heal them. So what I do is I can Ancestral Grace, proc the Quick Draw, number 3, which is called Lunar Impact. It does a huge heal, and then number 4. Now you'll notice my Lunar Impact recharged really quickly, because I used Quick Draw on it. And then I used Rejuvenating Tides. So Rejuvenating Tides is essentially a moving water field that pulses healing around you. Again, we're back to the theme of you want to make sure that you're at the Druid when you want some healing, okay? The only really strong ranged heal that we have is in Celestial Avatar. It is number 3, Lunar Impact. What that means is you cannot reliably count on the Druid to heal you when you're low if you are away from the Druid. Because, as you can tell, it's a pain in the butt to build up Astral Force, right? Like, look, I'm building up Astral Force right now. It's going at a pretty decent tick, but if I don't have access to Celestial Avatar and you're 3 miles away from me, I'm not going to have any options to heal you, right? I'm not going to have any options. I mean, I could do this, but then that puts me out of position, and then suddenly I cannot heal other people, right? And so you can see, with the way that Druid healing works, the key is to be near the Druid if you want any sort of healing. Otherwise, you're not going to get the healing that you're thinking you're going to get, and it's going to be bad news bears for everybody involved. Okay, so I just put a Spirit down by accident. That's okay. And then I'm going to do this again, combo. Okay, perfect. I've got Celestial Avatar again. So now I'm going to demonstrate the 1 and 2 skills. The 1 and 2 skills in Celestial Avatar they're all right. They are ranged heals, but the reason I say that they're not good is they actually don't heal for a whole lot. Here's what I mean. So number 1, a Cosmic Ray. This is just your straight up drop a heal. I mean, you know, 1,000. It's not bad, but compared to the, look at that, 4,000, and it interrupts enemies. Okay, so not only does it dazes foes. Like, how good is that? Anyway, Cosmic Ray. Oh, I don't have Celestial anymore. And then while I'm trying to build up Astral Force again to get into Celestial Avatar, I will just say the number 2 skill on Celestial Avatar we've already seen. Remember that trait that spawns seeds that I told you about? Essentially, what Celestial Avatar number 2 does is it spawns a seed without me having to do anything, right? So here we go. I'm going to go into Celestial Avatar, and number 2, look, it spawns a seed, and then the seed pops, and then there's my healing. Again, it's only about 1,000 heal, so it's not really that good. Look at that. it's like 3 times the healing on the number 3, and then number 4 channel, the pulsing on the heal. Boom. Now, you'll notice I haven't really used Celestial Avatar number 5. The skill is not really a healing skill, in so much as it is more a utility skill. I'm going to stop attacking for a second to let my friend Aviel heal up a little bit. Thank you very much. And let's keep doing. So I've sent the Wisp out, and now... Oh, my Wisp missed because she dodged it. You see? So that's like... if a boss has a block mechanic, like, good luck, Druid. So here we go. And then I'm healing. Okay, here we go. I've almost got enough Astral Force. Boom. Now, this is the number 5 skill. You ready? Number 5, Natural Convergence. Channel your celestial powers, pulsing, cripple, and slow. Once the channel ends, all foes will be trapped by a black hole. So actually, it's not a heal at all. And I just killed Aviel by accident. I'm sorry. Now, you'll notice that my glyphs actually flip function when I'm in Celestial Avatar. You'll notice they all kind of went bluish. That is sort of a function of how the skills work. And if you actually look at your hero panel, I guess they don't really show that. That's really weird. The alternate functions are usually sort of additional healing. So what you can do is just take a look at them while you're in Celestial Avatar, if you have a Druid, or just know that basically, if you want heals in a raid or anywhere where you have a healing Druid, the best bet's probably going to be on them. And one final note before we end this video. Some Druids will run Fernhound, and Fernhound's F2 skill progression is called Regenerate, and it'll howl to heal to grant regeneration to nearby allies, and that's nearby allies to the Fernhound. So it's the same kind of mechanic, and this is really great for healing the tank on Veil Guardian, for example, or on Slothosaur as well. So that's another option that some Druids have. But aside from, I mean, it's the same mechanic, right? You got to be near the person doing the healing, or the Fernhound doing the healing, if you want to get any healing. And just remember that this game, we cannot just target you in party and hit our heal skills. It doesn't work like that. And I hope that this has been helpful. Thank you, Aviel, for joining me in making this video, and